Fredda Branyon with New Hope Unlimited. If I mention the word cinnamon, most people have a memory of something they've smelt in the past. It could be at grandmother's house. You know, when you were a little kid, you run in and you quickly smell something that she's cooking in the kitchen. It smells a lot like cinnamon. Or it could be around Christmas time. You run and you do your shopping and you're going to smell those great cinnamon wreaths and all the good smells of the incense. And yes, it does make you want to buy because it's Christmas. Well, did you know cinnamon can be a very important spice for health, treating disease, anti-aging, and longevity? Oh yeah, and wait till I tell you some of the things it can do for you. In this video, we're going to research it all, or as time allows us. Cinnamon is a forgotten spice, one that should definitely be considered for your pantry and your medicine cabinet. You can buy cinnamon in many forms. You can get it in rolls as though it comes off of the tree and the bark's dried up, or you can buy it in powder form. Whichever you buy, do try to make sure it's organic. Doesn't have to be this company, but try to make sure it's organic. You can buy it in teas. You can buy it as essential oil. Does not matter. It's all very good. But cinnamon's been around a lot longer than any of us. It's an age-old spice. It's even been mentioned in the Old Testament of the Bible, and there's indications that it was used in Egypt even as early as the 3000 BC. That's ancient. It's believed that the ancient Egyptians used it in mummification, ceremonies, perfumes, witchery, and malabathrum oil. The Chinese used it to preserve their dead. Well, for the purposes of this video, I want to tell you what we can use it for in this modern day world. But first, so that you understand it, why it's so important, and has such great medicinal uses, I want to show you the properties of constituents. Cinnamon contains cinnamyl acetate, eugenol, cinnamaldehyde, cinnamic acid, 4 very, very important constituents. There's also others like polyphenols, vitamin B12. Those are not the main constituents like what I just showed you, but they're very important. Okay, what can cinnamon do for us? Let's get started. Let's discuss anti-aging, longevity, wellness, all of those things we want in our lives today. First, let's talk about our brain. And what cinnamon can do for us brain-wise. Did you know cinnamon's been linked to enhance cognitive functions and helps with decrease in symptoms associated with brain fog? Oh, that's not good to have. Memory loss, memory retention, and better learning ability. Research has also suggested that compounds found in cinnamon, particularly the cinnamaldehyde and the epicachin, contains anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which are essential for maintaining brain health and preventing neurodegenerative diseases. Important. These compounds may help improve motor function, memory, retention, and attention span, which leads to a sharp and clear mind. Also, cinnamon has been proven to inhibit the buildup of what they call tau proteins in the brain, which has become a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. So very important. Cinnamon has the capacity to stimulate the metabolic activity. Its active compound cinnamaldehyde plays a big role in this metabolic boost. This compound enhances the activity of the metabolism regulating hormone called insulin, which helps with the processing and utilization of carbohydrates in the body. Well, okay, this process is critical for maintaining our energy levels and preventing the storage of excess fats. Cinnamon increases thermogenesis, the body heat, which is required for the burning of calories. Now, we all want to burn calories, especially when we pile on that food and it goes to my belly. Now, let's talk about stress. All of us have an enormous amount of stress now. Cinnamon compounds exert a common effect on the central nervous system. These compounds mitigate the body's stress response, helping to lower our levels of cortisol, which is the primary stress hormone. The antioxidant-rich nature of cinnamon also helps combat oxidative stress, which is closely linked to anxiety and depression, which is even more linked to all types of diseases. Now, we're all looking for that great anti-aging agent that can bring back longevity to our poor, tired bodies. Cinnamon can help do that. It contains antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, polyphenols, and flavonoids. Antioxidants are vital, very vital in the fight against anti-aging or against aging, because they neutralize the free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can cause cellular damage and accelerate the aging process. Now, cinnamon properties or compounds is not only guard the skin. Yes, I'm talking about our skin, but they promote elasticity and help prevent wrinkles. I've started my cinnamon protocol. But also it helps with the organs and the systems that are age-related to degeneration. The anti-inflammatory effects of cinnamon contribute to a reduction in chronic inflammation, which is always linked to many aging-related diseases. Okay, cinnamon has been used for years to enhance blood circulation. Its active component, cinnamaldehyde, has an effect on blood vessels, promoting their relaxation and dilation. This process not only facilitates smoother blood flow, and that's our bloodstream is like the tree of life for us. But cinnamon also helps transport the oxygen and the nutrients to various body cells and the organs. Good circulation helps the removal of waste products, which helps the overall body vitality and function. Cinnamon's anti-active, inflammatory, and anti-platelet properties, that was a lot to say. It does prevent blood clot formation and reduces inflammation, which is crucial for maintaining that optimal circulatory health. So, saying all of that, cinnamon has a great role in cardiovascular health in reducing levels of triglycerides and cholesterol in the blood. Many studies on it. The compounds in cinnamon play a big part in decreasing the amount of lipids and bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol, that's the LDL, circulating around the bloodstream, while not affecting or sometimes even raising the levels of good cholesterol, which is the HDL. In other words, cinnamon can help the good cholesterol and destroy the bad cholesterol. Now, these antioxidants aid in preventing the oxidation of LDL cholesterol to form plaque in the arteries. We don't want that. In other words, it helps reduce the risk of atherosclerosis and heart disease. The reduction in triglycerides and cholesterol levels contributes to maintaining a healthy blood lipid profile, which we all need for anti-aging. Anyone have arthritis? Cinnamon's anti-inflammatory antioxidant properties, cinnamaldehyde and epicachin, have shown to reduce inflammation and swelling in people with arthritis. These compounds help in inhibiting or stopping the release of inflammatory fatty acids and cytokines, which help pain, stiffness associated with arthritis. The scientific community is now looking in the potential of anti-cancer properties of cinnamon. Yay, my love. The spice contains bioactive compounds which, like cinnamaldehyde and prostaglandin B2, which have been observed to inhibit the growth and proliferation of cancer cells in the laboratory. These compounds may induce apoptosis. That's another word for programmed cell death of cancer cells. I can say if I were a cancer patient, I would be adding cinnamon to my diet. However, I don't feel there's a whole lot of studies quite yet to rely on this as a cancer cure. So you may still want to talk to your physician. But regardless, it may be a great cancer preventative measure. Yeah, all of what I said may sound very good to you, but now we've got to think about this. While cinnamon is generally safe and beneficial when consumed in moderate amounts, we have to think about excessive intake can lead to several problems. High doses of cinnamon, especially the common variety that we have in the United States, known as Casilla cinnamon, contains significant levels of coumarin, which is a compound that can lead and be harmful to the liver when consumed in large quantities. So be careful. People with liver disease should particularly be cautious. Talk to your doctor and use your cinnamon in smaller amounts, if at all. Now, additionally, too much cinnamon can lead to hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, mouth sores, and even breathing problems in some people. It can interact with certain medications, especially the medication side effect blood sugar levels. Pregnant women, nursing moms, individuals with ulcers, liver disease, or kidney disease, please contact your doctor before using high doses. Once again, if you are someone that can take cinnamon, okay, then I think it is a really very inexpensive way to help for longevity, anti-aging, lots of different things that I think is very valuable to research and maybe put in your diet. Thanks for listening. Hope you got a lot out of that. Maybe listen to it again just so you can pick up, because I went pretty fast, but just so you can pick up all those extra little tidbits that you might not have heard the first time. Thank you for joining me, and I love you and hope to see you again.